How's it going, everybody? Kent Howard with Green Mountain Defense. Welcome to 2017. So, we thought we'd ring in the new year with something old. Something very old, actually. Something decades and decades old. You've heard us say before on the channel that we're not going to review something that we haven't had for a while. This goes back to predating me. Some of you guys don't know this. Actually, probably most of the people watching the channel don't know this, but we lost my father this past April to cancer, and this is his Model 94. And I believe, now I know you guys are Winchester Model 94 fanatics. You may know better than me, but based on what I'm told and what I see on this rifle, I believe this is the Pre 64 Model 94. So quite a sought after gun. Like I said, I'm not an old school lever action expert by any means, but this gun's got some special meaning to our family. It's killed a lot of first deer. It's killed a lot of deer after that. Took my first doe with it. My brother took his first deer with it. Maybe even my oldest brother, not 100% certain on that, but it's been around, and as you can see, it hasn't been treated lightly. This gun is safe, but I mean, nicked and scratched and dented, beat all to heck. Dad's got this little El Cheapo Korean scope on it with these offset mounts for left-handed shooter. Good thing I'm left-handed. So we're just gonna ring it out a little bit. I have not shot this rifle in a decade, at least anyway. So we thought we'd break it out here today and see how it handles. Stay tuned. All right, so we got it all charged up. I'm gonna put our first couple 6 shots downrange for 2016. See how it works. Hey, not bad. Been over a decade since this thing's been running. It, boy, I don't know. Felt nice. You know, the recoil is not what I remember from when I was a 13-year-old kid. Go figure, right? You know, the action still works great. That lever's nice. Yeah, not so bad at all. Let's see what those shots look like. 25 yards, not too terrible shooting for the first time in a long time. Bet I could tighten that group up a little bit if I slowed down, but not so shabby. Let's play with it a little bit. So, not too terrible shooting, obviously. Like I said, it's been a long time. This process right here might be one of my more frustrating processes with regard to a lever action rifle. Is these side loading gates. You'll notice on the Henry lever actions, they've got a nice mag tube up front up there by the barrel band that you just unscrew and all the rounds fall down in nice for you. Obviously, we don't have that luxury here, so we have to do it old school. They say these lever action guns are the quote-unquote guns that won the West. Boy, I tell you what, I would hate to be in a firefight, needing every round I had, and having to mess with this process. Very, very, very primitive. Let's see what we can do from our standing ready hunting position on that left-hand target out to a shot. Not so bad. See if we can do that again. Woo! Boy, this thing just smokes those rounds out of there when you rack that bolt. I like it a lot. Rack the bolt. What am I talking about? No bolt, not really racking. I don't know. Cycle the lever, whatever the correct pronunciation of that is. This is fun though. It's decidedly old school, but it certainly is enjoyable. You know, again, in our uses, in my family, this is really a hunting tool, if anything. So, I don't know, probably not doing so much zombie hunting with something like this, right? Probably more like hunting for does or looking for Mr. Black Bear. It's a fun little gun though. I'm definitely hitting what I'm aiming at, so that's a plus. I'll top this bad boy off, right? Get every round we can. Every single round. Let me take my time a little bit, see if I can't really get some good center punches on these targets. Let's head downrange, see how we did that time. This is what it looks like when we take our time. Right there. And that, well, that's what it looks like when we don't take our time. Gotta be honest with you, I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting used to that offset scope mount. It's a little weird. I feel like I'm shooting off center, but obviously it puts the rounds where you want them to go, so the gun's working out nice. Let's really slow it down and see if we can't put them all in the head, shall we? Alright, we're being super scientifical here, as you can tell. I'm just gonna do myself a little bit of justice with this. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna see what I can't shoot for a group. This is about as unofficial of a test result as we can get, but let's just see what this rifle can print out there. Woo! All right. I was aiming for the head of that right-hand target. Let's have a walk down there and see if we hit it. Hey, look at that. Rounds right in the head, just where we wanted them. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there you go. All right. Put rounds right in the head. Nice shooting. Well, as you can see, we can certainly put rounds in the head. This thing's not so inaccurate for an old design, I'll tell you that much. You know, the more and more I run it, the more it grows on me. I find the top eject a little bit interesting. Yeah, that's obviously why we've got this offset scope mount on here. They did back in the day, they put these buckhorn sights on these rifles, so I mean, I suppose, I'm not really certain if I could if I had to. Yeah, you know, I guess I could use that as a backup sighting system if I had to with this gun. That's a little bit interesting. That's something that didn't occur to me when I was a kid. So this post and this buckhorn notch back here are visible to a left-handed shooter with this offset scope mount as well. So that's kind of neat. You know, the more I handle this gun, this thing certainly saw its time in the field. The bluing is wearing away. It's got some nicks and knacks. Stock's actually impressively in pretty decent shape. Nothing really for a recoil pad here. It's pretty much just hard, solid recoil pad. The mag tube and the barrel band are nice and tight together. Nothing's really offset there or anything like that. You know, they made these things well back in the day. So, you know, is this going to be the gun that takes over the universe for you? I don't know. Are you going to defend your family with this? I don't know. You certainly could. Total 8 rounds with the 7 in the mag tube plus 1 up in the chamber up here. It's better than nothing. Would it make a good truck gun? Would it make a good secondary home defense gun? Something to keep them laying around in the cabin? Who knows, right? I mean, all these guns have their place. Certainly the this little 30-30 cartridge right here. These are Federal 170 grain, I believe. You know, this is how many tens of thousands of maybe, I don't know, maybe millions of game animals has this thing put down in our country. Deer, bear, you know, supposedly elk. Guys, you know, you hear all these stories. Guys have killed everything in the world with a 30-30, and for a lot of guys, it's their only rifle, so maybe they have. It's really short. It's pretty light. Make a nice little handy brush gun. At this point, I'm just kind of enjoying playing with it, to be real honest. Yeah, I mean, what can you say bad about it? You can get those 8 rounds out of there pretty quick. You can get them downrange. You can address those targets. So give them an idea what we're shooting at here. Shooting at little silhouettes. I'm at the 25-yard line. You know, not too far away, but certainly reasonable shots for shooting quick like this. We're just gonna keep playing because we're having fun out here. I don't know. Let's see how fast and how efficiently I can really run this lever. Woo! I don't know if I hit anything or not. No, I'm just kidding, I do. It's one of the advantages of shooting out here in the snow today. We can see the snow poofing up behind our target. It's kind of a cool, cool little visual aid for your whether or not you're making a shot. Man, these things, like I said, every time I pause and think about it, this thing grows on me a little more and a little more. It does have one flaw, however. At least to me, it's a flaw. It's got this half cock, full cock safety right here, whereby when you rack the last round in, now it's obviously cocked. You can see that. And of course we don't want it to be cocked when we're walking around the woods. So we have to let the hammer go home the whole way. Then we can pull the hammer halfway till we get that little click, and that's half cocked. And that's a safety mechanism in this gun. Now, of course, if you're a 13-year-old kid and you're trying this and you had a slippery thumb, you can very easily send a round downrange. Ask me how I know. I've done it. So that is a little bit of a safety, kind of a knock on these, but these guns were made back in the day when lawyers didn't run gun companies, so that does have something to do with it, I suppose. Anyway, we're gonna just roll in some more shots, shooting this bad boy. We're gonna have some more fun with it here. Alright, so we've sufficiently expended about 80 rounds or so. You know, the more and more I mess with this rifle, Hickok made a video about a Henry lever rifle. I've been considering picking up a Henry lever gun, maybe a 45-70 or something with a little more thump to it. So I'm looking to get a moose permit. The more I play with this, the more I've forgotten just how difficult this loading gate really is. It is a bear to sit here, for me anyway, and try to push rounds into that loading gate manually, especially with gloved hands. As you can see, it's cold out here. We certainly need our gloves on. You know, so this is pretty much 8 rounds only. That's what you're going to get out of this gun. Nobody under any kind of a stressful situation is going to be able to pop around back in there. Yeah, then again, if you're out deer hunting or whatever, I hope you don't need more than 8 rounds. The gun balance is great. It carries real well if you keep your, just kind of carry it like this with your hand just under the receiver there. It shoots where you point it. It handles nice. It's short, it's light, it's quick. For a knock around in the back of the truck, going hunting, kind of a tool, I gotta say this thing is certainly adequate for that task. The offset scope mount, I'm getting used to it again. You know, I may very well put some glass on this thing from the 20th century. This is, I don't know, some fixed power. It feels like a fixed 3-power Korean scope. No markings on it at all. I know it says Korea, that's all the scope says on it. I have no idea what it is. Parallax is a little bit off for me. It's not quite exactly what I'd like out of it, but you know, darn it. If I had the opportunity on a deer or a bear right now with this rifle in my hand, I could make the shot I needed to make and put some meat in a freezer, as it were. Fun little gun. You know, in 2017 for me, I think I'm gonna stick with the modern stuff. I'm certainly way more efficient, and I personally, I'm just gonna be honest, I have more fun with an AR rifle in my hand than I do with this bad boy. But there's something to be said for the old and for the nostalgic. So our camera girl has been sitting here itching. She's been watching me take shot after shot, and she finally, just in the last little break there, she said she wanted to shoot it. So I'm gonna do a little bonus footage for you. We're gonna show you Sophie's feelings and attempts at shooting this thing. She back there rolling her eyes and shaking her head no, but yeah, they're gonna get to see you put about 8 rounds through it. We'll see what they think of that. Everybody have an awesome 2017. Be good to everybody. Love your family, love your neighbors, have some fun, do something nice, volunteer, charity, all that stuff. Resolutions are what they are, but you know, let's make this a good year. Everybody's been on the internet bitching about how terrible 2016 was, so let's see if we can't make it a little better this time around. Get out and go to the range. Take your family out and do this. We were sitting inside all day just kind of having a New Year's hangover, and we decided to come out here and bust out a quick video, so have some fun. As always, be trained. Check out our website, www.greenmountaindefense.com, Facebook at Green Mountain Defense, and YouTube Green Mountain Defense. Defense spelled with an S, by the way, D-E-F-E-N-S-E, defense, not defense. The heck with you, Microsoft Word. All right, that's it. Everybody say hi to Sophie.
Hi!
Check out Sophie's pants. Sophie got new pants for Christmas. They're warm. She likes them. All right, honey.
Where the hell are you? There.
She's having trouble with that offset scope mount because it's not for right-handed shooters.
It's troublesome. Okay.
What do you think of that?
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.